And here we have it. Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we've got, once again, my 24 Tacoma, and we've been sent some more goodies. So let's go ahead and unbox it, install it, give you my honest feedback. Today's goodies, they're sent over again from the company LexLand. So shout out to LexLand, they've been very generous. Today we got a set of seat covers. Now I know what you might be thinking, might not be thinking, I don't know, but seat covers generally are not the nicest thing to put on a car. But when I saw these and I saw the craftsmanship, saw the reviews, like a ton of people talk good things about these all over the Facebook groups and like forums and just YouTube videos in general, I thought I'd give them a shot. So these are red Napa leather seat covers in the TRD Pro style. That's why I thought I'd give them a shot. My Tacoma has cloth seats, and although I love Toyota cloth, like Toyota cloth I think is probably some of the best cloth out of all the car seats, you get tired of it over time. I've been around a few Tacoma and Tundra TRD Pros, and after seeing the red interior or just seeing the leather interior in general of them, it got me thinking like I'm missing something. So that's another motive behind this. These come in red, black, blue, tons of different styles. I chose the Camo variant because I think it looks the coolest. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. These go in the front and the rear, and they are fitted specifically to your car. So it looks like this is the rear, this is the front. Again, the rear, and more of the rear. Headrests as well as the armrest. I think these are the easy ones to install, so we'll probably pop those on first. Everything comes pretty well packaged, it seems. Let's give it a shot. So just for a reference, these are our stock seats. Stock, power, dual power on both sides, cloth, TRD off-road package. So it's got like all the premium stuff like the screen and navigation and all that, but it does not have leather seats. When I first bought it, the leather seats were really hard to come by, and honestly I kind of preferred cloth back then. But after seeing these, I figured we'd give them a shot. Worst case scenario, if we don't like them, we just take them off, right? So let's start by installing the front ones. Let's go for it. We're gonna start off with the easy ones, which are the armrest and the headrest. So just pull it out, because we need to take it out anyway. Everything just pretty much slides on and is supposed to be very well fitting. Like it's supposed to be fitted to the seat as well as the seat. What else? So it is pretty tight to put on. Which should mean that it's going to be tight fitting, right? And just a reminder, like my previous video from the LexLand hood shocks, which you guys will see pop up on the screen, as well as linked in the bio, I have 20% off with them. So all you got to do is input my username or coupon code, which I'll have up on the screen. It's just Cars with Caro. That'll get you 20% off at checkout on anything on their website. So whether you want seat covers, whether you want, I don't know, lighting, any other sort of accessories, 20% off. So it doesn't say if they're directional or not, but I did notice that they've got airbag stickers on the left side, and I would think that that goes on the left since there are airbags on the left. And it's important to note that these don't affect airbag functionality. That's stated on their website. So in regards to safety, you should be assured that you are still safe in the event of an accident. Looks like they slide on pretty easily. You kind of just, push it down, get it as tight fitting as possible. You can kind of hit it, bring it down a little bit. Right here where the headrests go, it kind of just slides under there. I don't know why I thought it was going to be harder than it actually is. Don't worry about this gap right here. You actually get these straps that you tuck under there to tighten it up. So you just want to pull it down as much as possible until you kind of notice that the top parts right here have no more room to go. Do the same on the sides. Remember, these are tight fitting for a reason, and that is for it to fit nicer, to not look like they're a cheap afterthought. You do want to open up your seat as much as possible. There you go. Looks like I was able to get that strap in. So basically what you do with the straps, you kind of push them in until they reach a certain point where they kind of fall into a section. And so on, now you're gonna go from the back. There's these straps attached to this guy over here. You're gonna take those straps off, but you take those off, and that's gonna gain you access to those clips that I mentioned that come part of the new seat covers. So those might look familiar. That's that. That way you can actually pull on them, get a little bit better leverage. So we've got the top half installed. I feel like I can tuck this in more, so I'm gonna try to do that a little bit off camera, and I'll give you the final result. All right, so after a little bit of persuasion, pushing it down a little bit more, I was able to get that down. Armrest, extremely hard to get installed without removing it, so maybe I might remove that and make it a little bit easier on myself. I can move this a little bit more down. Looks like there's a little bit more room there. Again, a lot of this is super tight fitting, and it's done that way to ensure it fits nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and install the bottom just so I can see how the full seat looks. Okay, so there's these straps that go on the seat bottoms. You're gonna wanna run those through the bottom with the least amount of interference as possible. So I put it kind of over all the electronics as best as I could. And then from the bottom half, you have that same strap clip type of thing that came on the top half. But also, let's see if I ran it through properly. Yep, you've got these. So you're gonna wanna run this through there and make it as tight as possible. However you run it through, just try to get it as tight as possible, because that's gonna determine how tight the bottom half of your seat is. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten both of those up and try to flatten it out a bit more. But you kind of have an idea of how the seat's actually gonna look. Okay, so we finally got the front seat done. So that's how it looks installed. Feels pretty nice. Let's go ahead and put the back ones and the passenger one on, and we'll see the final result. So same thing goes for the rear headrests. Slide them on. This one, looks like you put it over it and tighten the straps, and then you just put it on the seats. Kind of got ahead of myself without recording, but you slide these top portions on, but the same for that side, for the headrests. That way it's a lot easier to guide it, because since it's such a big piece, it's kind of hard to maneuver. Do yourself a favor and run the seatbelt through it before.
so I completely forgot the camera running and I just got really focused on installation, but this is where we've gotten. So far we've got that side done. Now we're gonna be doing this side and then we're gonna do the front and then we'll be done. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. If you do actually go through with the install, it is pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of making sure everything is tight as possible because obviously the covers, they're not like sewn on. So the closer you get it to the surface, the better. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm kind of like I'm really picky when it comes to this type of stuff. So I get pretty distracted easily with perfection. So I'm gonna get it as close to perfect and show you guys the final product.
And there we have it. We've got a nice red interior on the Tacoma. So initial thoughts, I like it. It's pretty cool. Once you're sitting in it, you can't really tell you're in a seat cover, so that's a good thing. You know, it feels pretty similar to my dad's TRD Tundra, so it feels cool. Yeah, I don't know. Cars with Caro, link in bio. Buy it through there. You use the coupon code. Helps me out, helps you out. Win-win situation. Get your Tacoma looking a little bit more sharp, looking a little bit more worth its price point. And here we have it. All right, guys, so there we have the seat install, the seat cover install on my 2024 Tacoma. Again, this is from the company LexLand. I'll have everything linked below. Use my coupon code CarsWithAuto and that'll get you 20% off on your purchase on anything on their site. They've got a lot of other cool stuff for these Tacomas. In my last video, we did the install for the hood shocks. In this video, we did the install for the seat covers. Stay tuned for more Tacoma content, for more track car content. In the meantime, check out that link and we'll see you in the next video.